Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much guys for viewing my videos. I'm really encouraged, and today I'm here to talk about our topic that we always the segment that we always talk about, plus size talks. Yes, and I want us to know how many people, sometimes I just sit down and come up with these stories, the stories that of my, like, is an experience of my life, and I know so many people are going through the same experience, and I gather them up and bring to you right and direct in this channel. And being plus size topic, it involves so many people who are plus size, or maybe through going through the same journey, and fighting with weight and motherhood and all those kind of things. And so yeah, getting to plus size, it's a transition that maybe you find yourself into it, or you're transitioning to it, and every transition has its own difficulties, its own stress. And I think for you to cope with everything, you need to be viewing videos from different people who are talking the same thing, who are on the same journey, who have been in the same journey and maybe changed themselves, because in this channel we also encourage for change. Change is inevitable, okay? As long as you're comfortable with a certain way, the way you look, the certain way, the way you feel, in the certain way, the way you would want you to be, change is inevitable. So after all, in this channel we live our life the way we want to, and no pressure. So for this topic, let's talk about family planning, why people plan their family, why we control our birth, so how many children that we want, and what we normally use when it comes to family planning. First of all, family planning is a method that people undergo, especially women undergo, to control their birth. Okay, family planning is a way of minimizing the number of the children that you would want to have, according to maybe your finances, your health risk, or whichever way. And most of the family planning people engage in is people who are married. But let's be honest, nowadays even the unmarried people, single adults, they're engaging to having family planning because of course they are having conjugal visits, and they wouldn't want unwanted pregnancies, or something just clicked my mind. I just remembered a few years back, I don't know how many years, I don't want to be say 1 century, 10 years, I don't want to say 1 decade. I want to be specific because I'm from Africa, I'm from Kenya, and I remember those days, my mama's days. There's no time you would come to your parent and start a conversation about sex, and you wouldn't even expect it from your parent or your mother or your dad to call you, sit down and have a conversation and be like, you're an adult now, let us talk about protected sex, let's have a topic about sex, let us start talking about anything to do with family planning. Where would you even get the guts from? Where would it was not even, it was a forbidden kind of a topic, like you're supposed to sit with your parent. Those are those kind of things that you grow knowing by yourself those days. Nowadays we are more enlightened. Nowadays we have the right to ourselves. Before, I'm sure you wouldn't even start a conversation of contraceptive pills for anybody, for anyone. They would just find out by themselves and figure out things, the way things you figure out things. It's like having a boyfriend. No one tells you to have a boyfriend. You're the one who figure out these things. They say I'm pretty, he wants me, those kind of things. So, but now we are more established, and we are more clear of what we want. We have that right to sit down, and we have practitioner for those kind of things, where we can visit them and tell them the kind of things we want. We don't want children, then they will give us the way how, this is what you're supposed to be using, have protected sex, have contraceptive. A notion that goes around, and I know you know, and maybe you have already Googled about it, if using family planning pills, or the contraceptive pills, the 21 pills, all those kind of pills, for birth control, whether they make you gain weight. Okay, this is my experience. You know, I always talk about what I experience, and if I haven't, I do my own research. So I started the contraceptive pills for once I had my firstborn, and those pills, they kind of reacted with me because I started having so many, I don't know, maybe once you start something and you know it won't work on you, you know, the small cadaver that whispers in your ears and tells you, you will gain weight, a lot of weight. You will gain a lot of weight once you start using those pills, because I knew it from, I have sisters, I have cousins. Well, for me, I started gaining weight immediately. Okay, I've been a plus size girl, but you know, once you, even if you're plus size, when you gain like 3-4 kgs, you will know. Your body will tell you, definitely, you will know. So, for the biggest problem I used to have when I'm using those pills was nausea. I was getting very nauseated, and then I was suffering from spotting. Spotting is like getting your periods when the time is not right, like it's not a lot of periods, but you keep spotting in your undies. And then I was always 24/7 bloated. I didn't know this was the problem, but once I was taking my baby to the clinic, after I'm done with the clinic, I would go to family planning clinic, and then I would ask all those questions, and then they would be like, did you know, they have to take your story, like your history. Do you have children? Do you have a husband? Even if you don't have a husband, like, you know, all those personal details, like are you engaging yourself with conjugal visits? Okay, are you having sex? You know, yeah, they would want to know all those kind of things, and then they would want to know the current pills that you're using, so that they can try and change and give you another brand or another method for the family planning pills. But for me, I needed the pills more than any other thing, because we all know we have so many different family planning measures. We have the injections, we have the, you name them, they are a lot. But for me, by that time, because I was still very young, and I had the notion that, you know, once you start using family planning, when you're just a girl, before having so many babies, you will have this, you'll have that, you might become infertile, you know, those kind of stories. So I was sticking to the pills for those reasons. Most importantly for me, I needed spacing for my children, the big gap. Actually, I have 3 kids. I keep saying on this channel, I have 3 children, and I have spaced them. The firstborn in between is 7 years, then the secondborn, the third one is 7 years in between them. Because I'm a CS mom, and I was so scared of having kids every year or after every 2 years. So I wanted at least after 5 to 6, 7 years, and that was my choice. So you have your own choice. That's the reason why I was sticking to the pills. But now the problem was, I started gaining a lot of weight immensely, and I was like, would this be the pills? The reasons why? Apparently, pills sometimes they make you have water retention in your body, and you retain a lot of water, and then you become bloated most of the times. Also, I have also seen and heard so many people complaining about they're losing their muscles. And you know, when you have a lot of muscles is when it helps you lose weight or maintain your weight. But now when you have more water retention in your body, you tend to gain weight. So that's what the contraceptive pills were doing to me. And I was like, I need to change them and change the method and start doing something else. But do you know what I learned when it comes to the pills? You have to be punctual. You have to be punctual. You have to have a specific time you're taking these medicines. And these pills, I mean, you have to be very upright here, very straightforward and very cautious not to miss. Because once you miss, like having 2 of them, you start off all over another new pack. It's time consuming. It's time consuming because you have to keep that time, and then once you don't adhere to it, you start another new pack. That's it. It gives you like, maybe it's me, I hate having one thing on mind, like I have to do this, I have to all the time, like it's ringing, I don't like. So for me, it was so draining. And then now the weight part, I kept gaining weight. Every time my weight was going up, every single time my weight was going up. And then it got to a point that I was getting tired most of the times. I started having symptoms of tiredness all the time. I haven't done anything maybe the whole day and I'm still tired. I wake up in the morning and I'm tired. I felt fatigued. You know, you have to be fatigued because of some reason, or maybe a medical condition that you're having, your health issues. But for me, it became so unbearable and I had to change it, because now I'm already a plus size, I'm breastfeeding, I have a young one, I have a wound to take care of, the incisions and everything, and here are the pills that I'm supposed to be taking, because you know, you're supposed to be taking those pills. For me as a CS mom, I was supposed to be taking them when I start the conjugal visits and all that, maybe 3 months plus, you know, because now you have to be like on time with them. And yes, for me, I know the pills do make someone gain weight, but it varies with different person. It's not the same. My case is not yours. Maybe yours was horrible, or maybe you love it. So if you hear any fellow woman is going through this phase of having the pills and maybe getting nauseated, they vomit sometimes, even it gets to you vomiting, like every time you swallow the meds, the pills down, like you can't keep them down, you keep on like throwing them. So the best thing I would prefer, or I would encourage anyone that is going through the same thing, is to visit your medical practitioner for the family planning clinic. There are so many other methods that you can try, and it's good to try until you find the best one. And sometimes you might get the one that has less conditions or less harmful symptoms in your body, then maybe you can stick with that, but don't stick with one method. Just if you try one and it fits you, well and good. But if you try one and it fails, just keep trying. There are so many of them. But just know, for me, I'll tell you for sure, pills do make you gain weight. For me, for sure. For me, it's not a notion. It's not a notion. It's something that I know, that I've gone through it, and yes, I did gain weight. But if you're there and you're viewing this video and you want to differ and be like, clearly, no, I never gain weight when I'm doing those pills, and I'm still doing them, I'm not gaining weight, just let us know, because there's someone else who is like why I'm not gaining weight, like Lily is saying that she did. That's me. That's me. So yeah, thank you so much for viewing my videos. Merry Christmas. You know, it's a festive for giving, sharing, and Thanksgiving. So Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Okay, I don't know the rest, so yeah. Merry Christmas. Continue watching my videos. See you on my next video. Let me know. So kindly do let me know on the comment section what kind of topics you would want me to come and cover, what kind of conversation you want us to like touch, and I will be very, very, very grateful. So continue watching my videos. Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas. It's the season of sharing. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do subscribe to my channel. And because with your subscription, it shows me we are growing. With your comment, it shows me we are interactive. With your like, shows me that you like the topic and you will share my videos. So thank you so much. See you on my next video. You know, the slogan of this channel is live, laugh, love. Live your life the way you want to. Let no one limit it. Live your life the way you feel like you want to, you know, and laugh out loud. Grab a beer, have a glass of wine, have some interesting conversation with your friends. Laugh out loud and love them. Love people, love everybody around you unconditionally. That's what keeps us in this world. Loving, just love unconditionally. See you on my next video. Bye.